Making My Best Month. Making My Best Month, Victoria Bazile.
When you look back at 2023, do you remember the accomplishments and successes that you had along the way? Or do you only remember all the mistakes that you made and the struggle just to make it to the countdown? Contest master, fellow speakers, and audience members, if you were to rate 2023 on a 1 to 10 scale, what would you give it? Because personally, I maybe give it like a 5 at best. Because throughout the year, I felt completely exhausted and overwhelmed by everything I had planned. Every weekend, I hoped it would end up being a break where I would just nap, but there was just another thing to bring me down. It got to the point where I couldn't find a meaning in my life other than suffering and just making to college so I could have the freedom of planning my own schedule. I had to go to therapy over it, as other things also brought me down. And in there, I learned from my therapist, Miss H, 3 things: plan, enjoy, and reflect. So, first step, I had to get organized. I bought a planner and I started writing down anything that I could. I wrote down things I had to do in and out of school, what my teachers were planning, basically anything that had a time schedule. Next, I would start to enjoy the things that I did. During chores, I would play music, homework, I would call up a friend, and even in my free time, instead of just napping and sleeping off the time that I've gotten, I would instead pick up a hobby that I haven't done in a while, such as art, which has soured over the years. Lastly, I would reflect. I took on journaling and wrote down what I did day to day, and I eventually learned something. To reflect is not to critique, but also to remember. With these 3 steps, I took away the burden of day-to-day life and started to find a purpose in life. And through my journaling, I was able to not only just put my emotions on paper, but to look back and see the humor I would write in my journal pages as tears streamed down from a bad day. But I fell off of those 3 things and kind of went back to the cycle of just struggling through the years. And it took me sitting down and trying to figure out what I would do for this speech to truly understand what my therapist was going for. I couldn't just do 3 things to check off my list to make my life better. I had to understand what my purpose was and what I was doing in everything. I had to do as much as I can, not to just get the day done, but to find a purpose now and later. I had to enjoy what I did, not because I needed to just make it by and find it fun so I can have a neuron activation. No, it was for me to find a meaning in what I did day to day. Washing the dishes wasn't just washing the dishes, it was making sure that I had a plate to eat on the next day. And then by reflecting, I remembered. I finally remembered more than what I had for food last week. I remembered years past when I even forgot friends that I knew in middle school. With these 3 steps, I learned to responsibly rest and understand what I'm here for. I am not here to just make it past college and get a good career. I'm here to enjoy my life. And I call upon you to enjoy your life to the fullest. Make every day your best day, and make every month your best month, so you don't get into that deep, low abyss. And instead, every day could be a heaven of bliss. Contest master.